We've been checking the weather for the last days because the news was saying there's big floods happening in Australia. This pad was made specifically to be on top of water level. This is how we woke up this morning.
We normally drive down here and park down there.
So we're really here on our island. Surrounded by water, which is actually, it's pretty unique and beautiful. There's an actual lake there. So it's actually pretty nice this morning, waking up knowing the water didn't come too high. We still have a good 80 centimeters, 50 centimeters, 130 centimeters left, which needs a big surface to get flooded. With this pad, we're still 50 centimeters away from where the water level is.
About 300 mils to the top of the pad, and then it's about another meter to get to the floor of my tiny house.
And then here next to this gorgeous forest, you can completely see how the forest is like a protective barrier, and then here's all the water just flowing into those open fields.
So, as you can see, it's flooding at the moment. It's completely surrounding my pad.
For me, this has been a really big adventure. The little safe haven, the first Move It office. I never thought our office was gonna be a protection home for extreme weather, but it has become that. A very important thing is, if like me you're new to this, to regulate your nervous system. If you hear in the news these floods are coming and you're here in this area, just start using meditations and breathwork so that first you can relax in your body. And then this headquarters of Move It here has also been made to be very comfortable. It has a lot of wood. Wood is locally sourced cypress pine, which can handle a lot. When this was built, there were so many rains and it all went super well. I'll show you the inside, how it feels. Hi and welcome in the Move Village headquarters. There's gonna be a big office here. Colored windows here. And this gives a bit of a healthy healing feel. Yellow, Manipura chakra, blue, throat chakra. So there's all these colors in the house, a big, we're making a mosaic shower. Perlin's made these gorgeous curved benches that also gives a really good feel to the immune system. We have a lot of things from local designers, so we worked with a lot of local designers. Kitchen gear for doors. There's these gorgeous doors made by a local, and so they're pink on the outside. And so then there's an office here. There's an office there. There's a sitting corner behind me with some gorgeous views. A gutter that can help prevent the house from getting water in. Again, we have a custom bathroom that's gonna have a curved slab on it with all these beauty products. Shower's gonna be here. And then when you enter, this is mini paradise. So this is the loft. There's gonna be beautiful stairs here. It's pretty big for a tiny home. I can stand here. I wanted this to be as big as possible that even if you're in the bed and you're a bit tantric, you have enough space to have fun at night. We have windows on both sides. That was him. Has fly screens. It's really nice to have a little bit of cross breeze coming, especially in summer. And there's enough storage. That's it. Welcome to the Move Village. It has a big window.
Yeah, so to get to the cars we have to walk through this, which is a bit of a higher ground. We parked them there yesterday, so it's always good to move your cars when you think the water's going to come up.
This land goes down, so all that fills first and then the other part starts filling, so our cars are perfectly fine. There's two tiny homes here that are 80 centimeters on top of the land. The shed doesn't have that length on top of the wheels. So in a previous flood, what happened is the water came a little bit in the shed.
Tiny houses are nice because they're already raised up because they're on wheels. So the water has to get onto the pad and then raise all this way before it gets to the floor of the tiny house. That's one benefit of tiny homes, is they're already, stilted up basically, where other homes are on the ground.
We use two main apps. Bureau of Meteorology that says how much it's gonna rain, so you can kind of track each hour. The other one is SES,
State Emergency Service,
which tells for every region you are in if you have to plan to evacuate or if you're safe. Checking these apps for me, coming from cities, never being in any extreme weather, helped me get through the night, check the weather, check how much rain it is. It's like this big weather event, so you kind of don't really know. It's out of your control, so for me it's pretty scary how to understand how high or it can go. So what means is that if you're on a pad and you have the extra height of a tiny home, you're very well protected. And what I've also learned with these tiny homes, the way we've built them, we can actually handle a little bit of rain. It's wood, so wood can be re-sanded and re-oiled. I'll never forget when I was 14, my geography teacher in Belgium said, Bruges, the city, won't exist in 2050, which is pretty extreme, but I do think in Belgium, where I'm from, that we need to realize this isn't normal either. This has been going on, getting more and more extreme, and we've seen a whole city flood. So I think in Belgium we also need to start preparing and learning all these systems. What has been built on this pad in just 1 year. So if that can happen, if organizations start working together in West Flanders in Belgium, like what Perlin shared, you can start preparing yourself to understand what can happen, to start studying the apps, the weather, the winds, the water, the rains, storms, and be ready yourself, knowing how much electricity you need. And yeah, we're functioning. There's these big floods happening, and today this house can connect to the water. We're connected to the solar panels of Perlin's home. So even though we're a separate house, we're pretty fully set up. We have a composting toilet here, which means we can function.
Here is my battery system. You can see my panels on the roof. We've got a blender, we've got an electric kettle, we've got an electric oven, big full-size fridge, a fan. When I woke up this morning, I was on about 25%. The house cuts off at about 20%. This is my little Jenny for when there's not enough power, and now it's up to 52% of battery capacity. It's going into the house. Will last us all today and a bit tomorrow if there's no sun. This is the lowest point of the pad in terms of if anything gets damaged. Water tanks are completely full because of all the rain. Solar hot water. There's water in these tubes, and so it heats up and then it stores up here in this big tank. My sink tiles. This is a water saving shower head. I've got my toilet system, squirt it and clean it and get water in the bowl, and then you've got a pump here to pump out the water into the bio digester, and it's piped into here, into the bottom section, which is all liquid, and then it breaks down and creates gas, and the gas gets transferred up to here, and then the gas is piped back to the house and attached to my double burners. Double burner, which is connected to the biogas system so that I can cook with my own gas. I've got electric cooktops that I can bring up, which just goes off my solar. So it's a great way to do all cooking off grid. Under here I've got my pump connected to my water tank. It produces pressure for my house. And that's my main water tank there. This is my grey water system, and everything goes in there from my kitchen sink, bathroom sink, washing machine. Over this side we've got my couch. At the back here, got my office here. Can go up and down, so it's a standing desk. So that's good, great to get work done. Loft upstairs where I've got my bed, everything you need. That's my tiny house at the moment, and that's kind of a bit about the land and off-grid systems and the current situation of flooding and how we sort of handle that.